Once upon a time, in the dusty streets of Saudi Arabia, there lived a young boy named Osama. Little did the world know he would rise from obscurity to become one of the most infamous figures in modern history. As Osama grew older, he became increasingly disillusioned with the West's influence in the Middle East. Inspired by radical ideologies, he found himself drawn to the teachings of militant groups. With fervor burning in his heart, Osama began to gather like-minded individuals around him, forming the foundation of what would later become a global terrorist network. Al-Qaeda, under Bin Laden's leadership, was involved in various insurgencies and terrorist attacks in countries such as Afghanistan, Iraq, Pakistan, and others. As the years passed, Osama's influence grew, and his name began to strike fear into the hearts of many. He orchestrated numerous attacks, including the infamous 9/11 tragedy. Suddenly, Osama was thrust into the spotlight, becoming the world's most wanted man. But even as he evaded capture, his grip on power began to weaken. The United States pursued Osama bin Laden for nearly a decade, following the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. The pursuit involved various military and intelligence operations aimed at locating and apprehending him. Bin Laden and his organization, al-Qaeda, were responsible for initiating several conflicts and acts of terrorism, including the most notorious attack orchestrated by bin Laden and al-Qaeda, which involved hijacking 4 commercial airliners and crashing them into the World Trade Center towers in New York City, the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia, and a field in Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people were killed in these attacks. Bin Laden declared a global jihad, holy war, against the United States and its allies, advocating for attacks on Western interests around the world. Despite the challenges and setbacks, the U.S. government remained steadfast in its mission to apprehend Osama bin Laden, who continued to evade capture, moving from one hiding place to another. After years of pursuit, the long arm of justice finally caught up with Osama. In a daring raid on May 2, 2011, United States Navy SEALs stormed his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, and Osama was killed in the operation. Before his death, he was the founder and leader of the terrorist organization al-Qaeda. He orchestrated numerous attacks, including the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks on the United States, which resulted in the deaths of thousands of people. Osama bin Laden was one of the most infamous figures associated with terrorism in modern history. With Osama's demise, the world breathed a collective sigh of relief. His death marked the end of an era and brought a sense of closure to the victims of his heinous acts. And so, the tale of Osama bin Laden comes to a close. From the shadows to the spotlight, his journey serves as a cautionary tale of power, extremism, and the enduring quest for justice. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe for more stories.